your journey now of like the different like careers that you've had before you went to the Netherlands and like being able to be an entrepreneur in a different country, like anybody who is looking to move and be an expat, but they don't have anything that they can do, what advice would you give them to be able to get to understand what their skill set is and to be able to make a living for themselves?
Oh, that's a big question. So, I mean, a lot of people that are in my network have had corporate careers, so they almost like know what the skills are, know what they like and what they dislike. So
Yeah.
it is around what you're good at. So, networking, I used to do sales a long time ago before corporate life. I was made redundant 3 times, and I think I've always been networking and didn't realize, I didn't go to networking events as such, but I was just, around and being helpful and seeing
Yeah.
how that went. And it does open doors for yourself. So I think it's very much of look at what you're good at and see what is needed in the market. I do see some people that concern me that have left corporate careers that they didn't like or wasn't treated a certain way and then decided to coach in that space. And I'm a bit like, sat there going, well, if your company didn't realize it was an issue, how are other companies going to see it's an issue? So it's going to be about testing and it's going to go about
Yeah.
talking to people. So I did an entrepreneurship program last year. And even though I'd already started my business, somebody in the group ahead of me, who is a friend as well, she was saying, you need to do the questionnaire. And I was just like, stop telling them to go networking. I was just like, yeah, well, that's the answer. And she was like, no, you've got to ask really wide. And I won't say you're hoping for other answers, but when you're starting out fresh, you need as many answers and you might find something you weren't expecting. But to work on something and polish it and polish it and polish it and launch it to what would I say? Crickets on tumbleweed
Kids,
is
yeah.
not what we want.
No.
So we need iterations, and we were just talking about a brainstorming session this morning, and the equal one, which I'm not sure I actually had, and I'd be interested to know if you did, is if you're not embarrassed about your first launch, you launch too late. I was like, oh, oh.
Oh,